Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine server. Today, I'm doing a little tour with Dolan.
Hello.
And Kondrik, who's also a new guy on the server.
Yes.
Going to have a look around. Do you two already know each other? Is that why
Yes.
you're hanging around?
Yeah, we've known each other for how long now?
A while. I mean, we did a couple
Actually,
collab series, didn't? Or was it just the one?
I've known you since I started doing YouTube almost.
Oh, wow.
Like, actively doing YouTube. That's right, because I met you on one of Dusty's streams.
Ah, okay.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, I've known him for a couple years.
Aha, so now he's joined the server. You've got your buddy on the server with you. But
Yep.
you've been here a long time, haven't you?
I've been on Hypermine for about a year and a half now, I think.
Year and a half.
Wow, has it been that long?
Yeah, it's probably been about that long. It was before the reset, for sure. So I've been on here, and I was at least on the reset for at least 4 to 6 months. I don't remember how long. I wasn't super active. I was more active on the modded at the time than I was on the vanilla. So I go back and forth with vanilla and how I feel with it. I'm a big fan of modded.
Yeah. I get it. I get it a lot. I do a minimal amount of vanilla on my channel and mostly modded. I get it. Viewers like it. But today...
Modded's one of those things, or I'm sorry, vanilla's one of those things that for me, I randomly will hit and just be like, I'm in the mood to play vanilla, and then things like this happen.
big wall structure. This facility, I've passed it many times, this facility, and I didn't know that these banners represented the Dolinmyster.
They sure do, and they are definitely all over the server. So I guess let's head on inside, and I will show you what it looks like from the inside. So there's really not a lot to see inside the build. Mostly right now it's all exterior kind of facades and whatnot. I have grand plans to one day do something inside of them. So this is supposed to be the main building, and I've kind of the idea behind it is it's an insane asylum.
An insane asylum? I was
Yes.
picturing it more as an office block for a factory.
But
It's an insane asylum, okay.
Supposed to be an insane asylum, which is why, like, I'm gonna definitely try playing with a lot of the lighting around here and whatnot. And I kind of like how it's dark up on top, and kind of gives it that eerie look and whatnot.
Creepy movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolinmyster comes out to play every now and again.
He wanted to do a build that made him feel at home, so...
Pretty much.
Yes, okay.
So as of right now, it's just a large empty room. But my goal is to eventually in here put in floors and then have the rooms actually be more realistic. Because one of the biggest problems with playing Minecraft is that when people build anything in Minecraft, they always make it massive. So like this would just be one room of theirs, in their build, and it's like, well, this is huge. Like this is the size of a small shopping mall right now. Like in real life, this is ridiculous. Nobody would ever have a building this big for like a single room. And so my goal is to go through and add floors, add realistic hallways, and stuff like that, and different rooms and things that are actually you could believe would be, if you walked in and if it weren't Minecraft, it could be a real room.
Creepy padded cells and things like that all around the place, eh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lots of padded cells. I gotta put Kondrik somewhere.
So he got you onto the server just to lock you away at a padded cell in his asylum.
Well, at the end of our tour that we did together, I did kill him.
Yeah. Well, we are... I mean, my character is a mad scientist, so maybe I'm staff.
Maybe.
With a blood-stained skin. Is that supposed to be blood? Yeah.
The original the original concept was vivisectionist.
A vivisectionist. Okay.
That's not weird enough.
Moving on. What's over here?
So, this is a power plant. This is actually based off of a power plant that is in the city where I not grew up, but I definitely spent many years of my life in. I moved around a lot as a kid. I've actually lived overseas for about a third of my life now, but I've moved around and lived in other areas. So this was just a building that always stood out to me where my parents live there now. It's up in Michigan in the capital. And I always loved the way the power plant looked. And so I wanted to build it. And I ended up actually only building the top half of the building because the bottom half is massive and would have taken up a lot more space. And stone brick is a pain in the butt to get.
Yeah. Okay. So it still looks pretty epic from the outside. It still looks like a pretty epic power plant. You can tell what it is when you look at it. Mm-hmm. But of course, the actual real structure would have to be much bigger in order to fit all the processing and stuff in. But
Yeah.
but still, a power plant for an insane asylum, that's pretty big in comparison to what you would need for an insane asylum.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
But it's good to be self-sustained. So the last thing is this empty room that's not really empty.
Oh, you have secret doors going down. Whoa.
Secret doors.
Secret
This is
things.
actually, this is where the rest of the base was, and the reason why the top has actually all been claimed is because originally my plan was to build what I have down here, and I was going to have everything underground, but I wanted to prevent people from accidentally building on top of me and digging down into what I have.
Okay.
So this is the center, this point here, directly down of a area. It's a room that's I think about 40 by 40 of spawning pads.
I can see that the mobs are just floating their way up now, yeah?
Yeah, they do, and they go up really quick.
When I was coming down, I was expecting some sort of Resident Evil style base down here with the insane asylum above and a power plant and a Resident Evil downstairs. Yep.
Well, I mean, there is this room. This is supposed to be eventually a storage area.
Wow, this is awesome. This is epic. You dug all this out? What?
With the big old
I did.
nuke symbol in the middle.
I dug all this out without using any beacons, by the way. Actually, I used a lot of TNT with it, too, so...
Yeah.
This was sort of my first foray into actually playing with TNT. So I need to finish the walls still. I don't get on as much as I used to, but I need to finish these walls, and you kind of see the design I'm going to be going with, and that's going to be the motif for the walls around the sides here. And then it's going to be, hopefully, eventually in the future, a large minecart storage system that you pull levers on the wall, and then the minecart will pop up here in the middle, and you can pull what you want out of it and hit a return button, and it goes back into the system.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then, so there's currently only 2 rooms down here. There will eventually be on this side over here where the stake is. I'm planning to do farms and whatnot. A couple of other rooms over there. And then back here is where all the mobs fall down into. They land into this really basic crusher that I just pull a lever and they die.
Is this a valid XP farm or is it just for the mob drops?
Mostly mob drops. I mean, if you time it right, you can definitely still grind XP if you wanted to, but it's meant more for just drops.
Yeah, okay. To grab all of the useful resources and store them away. Does it all get stored away automatically as well?
It just goes into this chest in the back here right now.
Oh, and there's more downstairs.
There is. There's nothing really down there right now. There's just another giant empty open room. So this was, again, I was building a lot with circles, and I was just sort of playing with the ideas and doing textures and things like using the accent lines around the outside and whatnot, and doing different floor patterns and things like that.
Yeah.
My goal was to bring all the mobs down here and split them up into different areas to do stuff with them, but
didn't end up working that way.
Yeah, there's not enough room. That's the problem, and I can't go down any further because of the fact of there being the mob farm down. I think it's about here, pretty much straight down is where the mob farm is, so I can't go down any deeper than I am.
I see. Okay, you got all the platforms and stuff down there.
Yep.
Very good.
So I guess from here, the only other thing is directly out in front of our area that's close, and then from there we'll need to head back towards spawn. So we can just head up real quick, and I'll show you my my secret exit. You want to go ahead and hit that button, and then start climbing up the ladder there.
You have to be quick.
Not too quick. You got plenty of time.
Is this thing on the side?
Yep.
Okay.
Pop in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And this is the the secret entrance or exit.
Secret exit. Okay.
And this pops us out right here into the into Tix. This is the sewer system. If you've not seen this before.
Sewers, yes, I have.
Yeah. And this is Tix build. So let's head. I think over here we can get out. There should be the ladder, and this will pop us up right next to Jenny's Diner. Wait, there's no thing on it.
Jenny's Diner.
Jenny's Diner. Do you watch Family Guy at all? Have you seen Family Guy?
Yeah, but it's not on quite often enough in England to pay attention to it. We get second-hand seasons years later.
It's true. Well, I built this based off of a reference from Family Guy. Where have you ever seen the one that's the end of the when the Y2K episode?
No, you explain it, just in case my viewers haven't either.
Right. So in that episode, there's a joke that they're talking about the world ends because it's Y2K, and so they run off to find this other area where they can set up and start living. And they were like, "Oh, we should build a Denny's diner," and Denny's is like this breakfast chain here in the States, and they're like, "But we want to make sure we build 2 so that there's a second one, so we can be like, ooh, let's not go to that one, let's go to the better one across town."
Right. Okay.
So this was the first of what was supposed to be 2 builds. I haven't built the other one yet, and probably one of my happier, more proud builds that I've done exterior-wise. I really like the way it looks. Did a lot of work on the outside, and the inside is it's not the best, but
it's not going to be as blank as the other ones, is it?
No. There is actually an interior. Like, I actually spent a lot of time putting this together, and so there's an interior.
They're cute little seats. I like these. Nice. Yeah. They're pretty good.
Yeah. And I like this build. Like, it's nice. It gets the job done, and it adds that, like I said, it looks a lot. If you've ever been to a Denny's here in the States, it looks a lot like they do on the inside, anyways.
Well, I'll have a tea for me. And Kondrik, what would you like?
Coffee.
Coffee.
That's a coffee and a tea, please. Thank you.
Let's go back in the kitchen here. Cook something up real quick.
You got note blocks out there to boot.
Yeah. Here you go. Here you go.
Thank you. Just the perfect green tea that I was after, and green coffee.
I don't
awesome.
think coffee is supposed to be green.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh, sorry, sir. No refunds. No refunds.
I haven't even paid yet. It's fine.
All right. So I guess from here we'll
the
kitchen. Yeah. I like the note blocks as. Oh. Let me show you out back. I guess there's out back too. I have, I don't know if this is common in England or not, but there's quite often refrigerators out behind restaurants.
Okay. Normally we have them inside, but yeah.
Well, they have them inside, but these are like giant coolers. They're for smaller restaurants that can't have one inside. They'll have them outside like this too.
Yeah.
With the giant fans and the cooling and everything.
The fans on the top there for cooling.
I see the fans, yeah, pretty cool. And the delivery truck.
You have the door on the inside, though. It'll be an outside fridge unit that is attached to the building where they have the door into it on the inside.
Not always. Quite often, they're actually like small restaurants like this. They'll actually be outside like this with access outside. Yeah, it depends. I know a lot of them, like up in Michigan, a lot of the small places that would have them outside like that. So it just depends on the place, really.
It looks cool either way, doesn't it?
Yeah. So let's head back over to the other side of Spawn, I suppose.
Where are we now, darling? Central Spawn.
Yeah, this is the Central Park, and this is one of my other builds that I did. When we first started the server, this is where we came. Back there's a little cave that one wolf and myself and somebody else. There were 3 of us that were stuck back there in over here. We need to do something with that one of these days. Like underneath the stairs, there's one, and over there, there's a little cave, and that's where we started our first mining expedition and whatnot.
And it's been preserved to this day as Central Park.
Pretty much, and we ended up actually, this was all farmland for quite a while, which is why you'll see in the back there's like a wheat field and the trees and whatnot, and also this is where we use our Christmas tree. So that's what this large tree is here behind you.
Ah, this is the server Christmas tree.
This is, and Lori will come through probably around Christmas time again, and she'll decorate it.
Okay, and then does she take all the decorations down after Christmas again?
I believe so. Somebody did. I'm guessing it was her.
Somebody
it wasn't
did.
Me.
Yeah,
it wasn't me. I picked up all the chests that were left underneath, but that's all I did. But yeah, this was my build. I built this fountain. I love this fountain. This is my favorite.
It's nice. Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's very basic, but at the same time very nice and has lots of texture and things like that.
Looks cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the Snacko Shack, is that like the first farmhouse ever built on the server, now turned to be a commercial property?
Yeah, pretty much. This was my first bed that I made, and this is kind of where I set up Shack for a while until I ended up going out and building my own place.
And your first iron axe and your first raw mutton and all sorts of bits and pieces left in the place.
Oh, and if you'd like a diamond hoe, or even, well, I guess those are technically T.O.'s, but you can take those.
T.O.'s Christmas stocking skins.
He's giving them up. So if you guys want diamond hoes, by all means, take a diamond hoe.
Always need a diamond hoe.
Those were Woolie's gifts that he gave everyone.
Or was that always give diamonds to hoes? I can't remember.
He ended up somehow the server glitched and he got a bunch of free diamonds, and so he just made everyone hoes with the illegitimate diamonds
to waste them all off. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was our Christmas gifts last Christmas, and then from here the next build I have is my tower, which is this large thing. I call it the orb.
The orb. Oh, that thing.
Yeah,
wow.
Which is a reference to... Oh, gosh.
That'll be a...
Oh, gosh. That's actually a reference to the Venture Brothers, if you've seen that at all, with the orb.
I like the way you fire the creeper towards him.
Well, it was arrowed on me, so I think I shot him towards it too.
Yeah, have it. Okay, so this is try start that again because I wasn't really listening.
No, you're good. This is the orb. This is my office building, if you will. It's sort of a reference to the Venture Brothers. There's an episode where they're looking for something called the orb, and it's just this giant metal ball thing. And so I ended up kind of building off that. And the easiest way for all of us to get up into it at the same time is to take the ladder on the side over here. So we can come back down the lazy way, or Kondrik can just steal the minecart.
The convenient method.
It is definitely... This is just easier with more than one person to get up into it.
Have you got a wool elevator? Is that what he just went in?
I do. Actually, Wooly helped me build this because I'd never built one, and I was like, you know what? This would be a great opportunity for me to do some collabing with Wooly and get to see how one is built. And so he helped me come and build it and set it up. So here we are. Here we are in the belly of the beast. It's just storage, and this was my bed for a long time where I slept while I was building and whatnot.
Okay.
So, nothing too interesting down here. All the interesting stuff's upstairs.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go. Hello, Mr. Iron Golem. How are you? You've got bodyguard bouncers.
I swore I only put 3 in here, but there's like 6 of them now, and I don't know where they came from. So there's a bunch of extra ones now, and from here we have the first floor. Pretty much has my receptionist.
Yes.
With the monitors watching, the cameras, obviously.
Oh yeah, Pumpkinetta and the monitors.
And then over here is my office. So.
Okay.
Come on into my office.
Oh, very good, very good. Very.
You know what I realized? I don't have seats in here.
Very Bond villain. No seats.
Yeah.
You just need a trapdoor. You don't need seats.
Exactly.
You have displeased me.
It definitely is. It's supposed to have that feeling. One of the things I do is I have this little goofy role play that I do where I run this corporation. I do a lot of homages to different things, and this one was kind of based off of like Final Fantasy VII with the Shinra Electric Company.
Mm-hmm.
And I have what's called the Omega Power Corporation, which is supposed to be sort of this large evil company that wants to rule the server kind of thing. Yeah. It's goofy, but it's fun to play with, and most of my viewers know what it is and enjoy watching it and always laugh at it.
Oh no, I like those kind of things. I normally play the bad guy on the server.
Yeah, it's fun playing the bad guy. It's easier to play the bad guy. It's like when you play Fable, it's easier to grow the horns than it is to have the halo.
Oh yes, someone's got to do it to make make it
Exactly.
interesting. You can't always have everybody loving each other and being friendly to each other. You got to cause a little bit of a conflict every now and again, all in good fun.
Exactly. And then from here, from the large evil office, we just have the normal people office. This is upstairs, which I love.
Normal people office.
Well,
these
the people that don't have individual offices, and they've got different flower pots in each one. There's workers in some of them. Some of them have the computer screens, things like that.
That's very cool. Having all the little pods of an office. Mm-hmm. And then the great big open ceiling above it all, so you're just in your office. Hey, can I go with coffee?
This would definitely be a very echoey room if there were actually people in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it go up any higher, or is that the ceiling of the sphere?
That is the ceiling of the sphere.
It's the spheling. There we go. That works. That's a
Yes, that is the spheling up there.
blend those two words together and it works fine. Spheling.
I've thought about doing stuff up there since there's obviously a room up there like below as well. I've just never done anything.
Aha.
And have you shown off the Nether Smelter at all on camera?
No, I haven't been to the Nether Smelter on camera. Shall we get over there?
We can. One last thing to show is just out this window, this large build next door here, as well as mine. It's very empty on the inside as well. There's no floors yet. So I don't remember why I built that out of boredom, and so that's really the only thing I have.
Your special adjustments to the stone brick for the chains.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot. I was like pointing this out. So one of the things, concrete isn't very good at holding things up sideways, and so what I did is in like around the stone brick, around the different parts, because these are giant chain links that are holding the sphere up, the orb, okay. And so I put cracked stone brick around it here on the inside, and also on the large chain links on the sides here to make it look distressed. So it looks like there's actual, like the concrete's being damaged over time because it's just holding up this giant ball thing.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yes, very good.
Yeah. It's one of those little things that I'm proud of that I thought of.
So
as dumb as it is.
So if some massive overachiever wants to pull a giant prank, they can break the ball loose and rebuild it down at the bottom.
Shoot you.
Yeah. Good luck to them.
Yeah. That would be a ridiculous prank if somebody actually managed to do that. So
That would
I
be
guess
way too much work.
let's head to the Nether from here, huh?
So, the Nether Smelter.
The Nether Smelter.
Combining the infinite lava of the Nether with a smelting system.
Exactly. This is... Oh, man. I don't even remember who originally built this. This thing is kind of old at this point. So it's just sort of the basic. You throw your smeltable items up on top. This piston retracts, causing it to evenly distribute between the 8 different furnaces underneath, which all are powered from lava buckets. And then all your stuff gets dumped into the bottom chest. And that's basically it.
So like 8 furnaces working in unison.
Yeah, and it evenly distributes everything through the furnaces too, which is really nice.
How on earth does that actually evenly distribute anything with just hoppers? I thought it was a case of a minecart going across the top.
Nope. It actually has to do with if you come out here, I'll show you. So I've got some nether rack here, and I'll go ahead and throw it right up on top. And then when this piston retracts, you can see how the redstone is lit.
Yeah.
Every time an item hits this last hopper, it causes the redstone to pulse. And then that pulse lets everything drop down to the hoppers below it, and then ends up dropping one of each item. So you'll notice if you look at all of the furnaces, they're all equally split between them.
Uh-huh. Very clever and very, very simple once you understand the principle, but someone had to figure it out first time, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't remember who originally designed this. This is a pretty old design, but you'll see here there's nether bricks, and then just the buckets get dumped in there. So you just take the buckets, fill them back up, and then dump them into that chest over there, and it's good to go.
Very cool. I have used it a couple of times. Didn't know how it worked exactly, and then I set up my own little mini smelter over at the Nether Hub just to make things happen while I was loading those chunks.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad it's getting used for sure. It's pretty fast. So I mean, it's decently fast because it's 8 furnaces, and it doesn't use a lot of fuel because you get I think it's 100 items per bucket of lava.
Yeah, it's loads, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Which means you really need to make sure you load up that chest, or you're just wasting lava.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, it's not like we don't have a lot of lava available to us.
True.
It's quite a bit in the Nether.
Yeah.
Substantial amount, yeah.
Right, well, thank you very much for the tour. I take it that was the last place on the list of Dolin's things of awesome on the server.
It is definitely the last place of acceptable places that we're going. The only other build I have is a very, very incomplete build that if anybody ever wants to check out, I've got a video of myself and actually Joe the Pirate and a couple other people kind of working on it. I think Drax was there with me too, so we were doing some building a long time ago on it. But yeah, this is pretty much the only build I have that's completely done, except for like the Jenny's Diner. So
yeah,
pretty cool though. And you producing regular videos?
I've been kind of not hiatus, but I've been doing a lot of Minecraft recently. I've actually been streaming Minecraft though, so I've been streaming on a semi-regular basis on like Tuesdays, Thursdays, and trying to do Sundays as well. Although Sundays might change because it's kind of a bad day to stream, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, there you go, folks. Check the link in the description. Go to the Reddit page and check out Dolinmyster's Twitch channel and also his YouTube channel to find out more and check out other things that he's doing as he's doing them.
Yep.
Thank you both very much for the tour. Kondrik, I'm sure we'll have a chance to go and do some stuff together in the future, but you're just as new as me at the minute, aren't you? So
Yeah,
We
I
just
don't
have
really
to-
have anything to show off at the moment.
We got like 5 seconds worth of footage to show if we were showing off our own things right now. I did this. There we go. Thanks. Thanks for watching.
My starter hut. Goodbye.
Pretty much the time. Well, thank you, Nemsun, for asking me to take you a tour on my builds, and I'm glad to show them off. You know, they kind of been sitting there collecting dust for the last little bit, so it was good to get them shown off.
Awesome. Thank you very much for taking me on a tour. And thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time for some more Hypermine.